Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my creative life with all sorts of crafty fun. So last year we did a ghost painting, or we ghosted a painting. This year we found this one in a thrift store, and I thought I was filming. I wasn't. But when you saw that original picture, you noticed there was this little boy in the back holding a red balloon. Well, my daughter was like, we have to do something with this. So, as you can see, I'm trying to paint Pennywise the clown from the story It, or the movie It, or the book It, whichever. But I don't know. I'm basically just using acrylic paint. I covered up the original outfit of the little boy that was there, obviously made his face white and added this crazy, red hair. And I'm really just trying to make him super spooky. Now, I'll have to admit, and this is not bragging, but I'm good at a lot of things, but I am horrible at faces. And that's why usually when I create something, I don't do faces. I mean, like, I'll either purposely leave it blank or, I don't know, find a stamp, something, but I don't normally paint faces, or else I make it very basic. So you're going to notice that as I'm moving along, that I'm not lying about that, because I tried to make his face, and believe me, it's creepy. It's really creepy. I mean, the things nightmares are made of. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. So, I don't hate it, right? But I just, I guess I know my fault, so I knew it wasn't going to turn out well. So I just did it in pencil right now, so you can see it. And in a little bit, I'll do it in some paint, or I'll cover it up. But my daughter was saying I should have left those girls, because it's kind of cute and cherub or kind of looking, but at the same time kind of creepy. But I just felt like I needed to dirty them up or make them more ghostly. So again, if you know anything about the book or the movie, he's basically been around forever, Pennywise. And so I thought, I'm going to make these like little ghouls instead of girls. So I really grayed them up. As you can see, I added a light gray with like a flesh color to give them more of just like I don't want to say rotting, because not rotting, but kind of a ghostly face, I guess. And I didn't want to just, I should have just put a sheet over them and made them ghost. But I'm just messing around, folks. I bought this picture at a thrift store for like $4. And I really want it to turn out good, but at the same time, if it doesn't, I could toss it. So I hope, and if there's a way, I'm going to add a link to when I did the ghost, or when I ghosted a picture last year, which I loved. And I just love the way it turned out. I have it hanging up in my cubicle at work. But, and I'll show you that. So if you're a new subscriber, or you're just checking me out for the first time, you probably aren't aware of that picture or that painting. But like I said, I'll try to figure out how to link it in the information box. I'll also have a link to my blog, also my Instagram, or anything else you want to follow me with. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. And in this case, it just happens to be this really ghostly or ghastly, I don't know, creepy picture. So this little girl was holding this bell, and at first I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this bell? Like, she doesn't need a bell. But then my daughter said, well, first of all, why is she holding a bell? That is just creepy in itself. So we decided to keep the bell. It was a peach ribbon. I changed it to red. For whatever reason, red just seems a little bit more spooky. And I painted that curtain black. I'm trying to add some shading, but whatever. So the background is all this really pretty peachy and flowers and this and that. So obviously I could not have that. So I grabbed some more gray. I think every color I used had some sort of mixture of gray with it. But so I grabbed some blue with that gray, and I'm really just kind of covering everything. And in a little bit, you'll see that I actually add some kind of, I'm not going to say black, because it's really more like a really dark gray, and make a little like shadowy areas. So it's kind of just sewer-ish. Because again, if you watch the movie or are familiar with the book, he does live in the sewer. And also, if you are a fan of it, you know that the main character, or the main characters, the kids, the one boy his brother disappears, and that's kind of what starts the whole thing. And his brother was playing with a paper boat, which goes down the drain and blah, 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 blah. No spoilers here if you haven't seen it, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. So I did paint a little paper boat over there, and I'll highlight it a little bit so you can see that. But I'm just constantly going over these little girls because like I said, I don't love it. I'll be honest with you. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I just kept working on it because I kept thinking, okay, that's kind of my thing. Like, I'll start with something and I don't like it, and I'll add or I'll subtract or, whatever, make changes. And eventually I usually end up loving the piece. And this one's still kind of I'm a little on the fence about it. But you know what? It was still really fun to do. I probably will still hang it out on, on Halloween's because it is creepy. And and I'm sure you could tell by now, yeah, it's creepy. But, again, I'm not teaching anybody some lessons on shading and if you are a painter, you're probably going, oh my God, what is this girl doing? She's ruining everything, because I don't know what I'm doing as far as shading and details and what I'm supposed to be doing. But I love it. It's fun. And again, $4, folks. And if I hang it up around Halloween and that's about it, it's serving its purpose. So, again, this is me just trying to put in some details or not. I'm using a paint pen now. One of the kind of taglines, "You'll float too." And just that word alone is creepy. I drew the spider web, which after I did it, I thought, oh God, I hate that. So I don't know. But I'm also one of those that just go for it. I'm not one that, lightly puts it in pencil first and does it. So there was a vase of flowers there, and I thought, I can't have these beautiful peach flowers. So I did them in gray. And after a while, I'm like, oh God, I don't even like the gray flowers. It just looks even worse. So this picture, it's kind of got a glossy finish to it. So as I was rubbing off that paint, because my daughter says, just rub it off, As I'm rubbing it off, it actually started kind of rubbing the paper. And then I thought, oh my God, I absolutely love that. So you'll see that in a minute that, I don't think I show that I'm rubbing it off, but you'll see it in a minute that it's rubbed out. So I rubbed out another portion. We kept that peach background because I felt like, they're pulling back this black curtain and it's all like I said, dingy. The floor is disgusting and it's all kind of creepy. But here, folks, it's maybe that's how they're baiting you or convincing you it's all okay because there's this pretty background. I don't know. I have this whole storyline, right? But anyhow, I hope you're enjoying this painting and it's encouraging you to go to a couple of thrift stores, look for pictures like this, and just have fun with it. Like I said, we did the ghost print ones last year, and oh my God, I just love the way it turned out. And I know you're going to agree once you look at the link. But, all these pictures and all these things are just sitting in thrift stores, and, why not buy it for a couple bucks? Again, if you don't like it, you toss it. And if you're lucky, you'll find something or you'll create something that you end up loving. So there's the scratched out portions. That's the final piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.